So at that point, this boy would become a disciple of that rabbi. At no point before were they a disciple. Torah teachers could not take disciples. Only rabbis with authority could take disciples. And disciples would enter into a process, 15 years, from the age of 15 till 30, when they could step up and be a rabbi in their own right. Those 15 years of following that rabbi everywhere. Not just to know what they know, not just so that they can mimic and do what they do, but so that they can actually be what that person is. They were seeking transformation of their kind of life. You see, this is really important because we've learned from the Greeks that ideas are how we're transformed. It's taken 500 years for the penny to drop, but it doesn't work. We do not change by getting new information. That's a part of the process. But the real way we're transformed is by trying things and failing, and then coming back for education in the areas where we're ignorant, and that can help us actually succeed where we fail. It's in the trying and failing and learning and growing, debriefing, getting more insight, more perspective, trying again, that transformation happens. And this was the process these disciples, these rabbis with authority, would take their disciples into. Life. Two things would be true. First of all, they would be enwrapped with their rabbi. It took a special kind of connection to their rabbi to cause them to follow him everywhere for upwards of 15 years. But if they had been captured by the kind of life that rabbi was living and the kind of human being they would go everywhere with them. And that's the second thing. There's an old saying that says, may you be covered with the dust of your rabbi. Would you be so close behind, always following them, always watching them, always with them, that the dust that their feet kicks up on the path ahead would coat the front of you. There's this passion for and connection to the rabbi that was implicit in being a disciple. This is what Jesus meant when he said, come follow me. He didn't mean pray this prayer. He didn't mean go to this church service, although those are important things. What he meant is enter into a journey where in our intimacy together, our connection together, you can begin to learn how to be alive in a way you've never been before. And then bring that to the world around you as a gift, so that others enter into this journey of learning how to live from it. This is what we mean by discipleship, and this is exciting. Some of you are bored because you were given a religion that was about succeeding after death. Discipleship is a very different thing. It's a journey that not only encapsulates a hope for after death, but teaches us how to live a life white hot with purpose, white hot with energy and enthusiasm, because the rabbi is teaching us how to live as we've been designed, how to make a difference in the way that we've been shaped to make a difference. This is the journey we're beginning, and I'm glad you're on it. Okay, so now the homework. Week 1, episode 1. What I'd like you to do is I'd like you to go to the resources page of the CanterburyVineyard.com website. Resources page, CanterburyVineyard.com. And I want you to download something there called the Gospels Reading Plan. The Gospels Reading Plan is just a plan that will take you through all 4 Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, the first 4 books of the New Testament. A narrative, they're each narratives of Jesus' life from some who were either right there or were getting their information from someone who was right there. And I want you to read, I want you to walk through that plan. It's going to take you through those 4 Gospels every month. And I want you to begin to read that. But I don't want you just to read it. What I want you to do is I want you to read it with a new set of eyes. I want you to read it with a set of eyes that is, what are you asking me to do? What does your kind of life look like? This is the question I want you to ask. And this is the thing I want you to journal. So you to get a journal, whatever works for you. Blank sheets of paper, stapled together. a proper leather-bound one, whatever works for you. Get something that you'll take care of, though. And what I want you to do is on a daily basis, as you read that day's reading, I want you to record what the Spirit shows you Jesus is inviting you into as His kind of life. And then I just want you very simply to pray the prayer, Lord, can you make this true of me? Please do. That's it. Episode 1, homework. Get the Gospels reading plan, read it, journal what you see Jesus' kind of life looking like from His mouth, and ask Him to begin to release that into you. Episode 2, we're going to talk about the power that releases that. Episode 1. Thanks for being with us.